What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, you know me. I love talking about vouchers, but I do have hopefully an interesting idea for vouchers that we can either take or expand upon in the future. But, you know, vouchers are actually at 13 cents. I don't want to say that this is where I thought their value would always be, but in a way, I mean, it is up from the 7 cents that they were before, and we are seeing significant sinks. Now, I want to see some massive stuff coming with guilds, but more specifically, I thought there's something that we could be doing on a very regular basis that would allow anybody who wants to put their fingerprint on the game to partake. And that is essentially an auction. Now, there's so many different things, so many different ways that people can like get involved or have something in the game. When we did the Chaos Legion Legendary Summoners, it was however many packs you bought, right? So what I'm thinking is these upcoming quarterly promo cards. Now, as it stands, the team is probably going to be looking for partnerships to do some kind of collaboration like they did with Waka, and then they had another thing lined up last year that ended up falling through. So whenever that happens, that's cool. We don't have to partake in this. But if the team is just going to put out a card, then my thought process is, why don't we make it so that somebody in the community or a group of people can pool together and find a way to essentially get the card made in their likeness or create a character that they've always wanted to make, similar to what we did with the Legendary Summoners. Or on the GLS side, the coach cards. And the way that I'm thinking about doing this is actually having an auction with vouchers. So who will burn the most vouchers? Now, the team will still get their cut, right? They get to sell the card for DEC. That counts as company revenue. And I don't know if we'll burn vouchers for that too. But either way, I think it adds an extra sync for vouchers without changing any of the process right now with the way that the quarterly promo cards are currently set up. So what you would do is just like, you know, for let's say they're planning to put the card out in a month from now or 2 months from now, or let's say like they want to do a card for July for July, right? Because we're going to have one in April, so the next one's going to be in July. They could start an auction, maybe not now. Now's a little too early, but sometime in May, right? Where it's just like, hey, for our July promo card for the month of May, whoever burns the most vouchers, and here's where I actually have to correct it, but whoever's willing to burn the most vouchers will get a card made in their likeness. So what is that going to do? Well, everybody's going to be submitting vouchers. Now, you can't burn them right away because we can't unburn them. But if everybody puts it into like this escrow account or like a holding account for the entire month of May, right? So we see a leaderboard, it creeps up every day. People are buying vouchers off the market, whatever the case is, and putting it in. Then at the end, we'll just say like May 31st, for example. May 31st, the cutoff happens, and whoever wins, all those vouchers that they submitted are then burned, and then everybody else who submitted vouchers will essentially get their vouchers back. Now, I understand there's going to be a flood of vouchers coming back to people. They may go through and sell it on the market. It may create some like weird pump and down, but I'm still just trying to, I still think that it would be a net positive if you get a massive amount of vouchers burned, because you know, people are willing to pay crazy amounts of money to get their, you know, their likeness or their fingerprint put into the game. And so if we were to do this, it would create this competition, friendly rivalry. We'd all be watching the leaderboards in the way that we were watching the leaderboards for like Chaos Legion, for example. And so, you know, to me, it would just add this like ongoing thing. And then all of a sudden, you know, we get the card in whoever wins in May, we get the card in July. And then we do it all again, right? In August, it'll be another like 31 days of like, okay, who's going to do the October promo card, right? So again, these are just ideas or some ideas that I'm throwing out there to burn more vouchers on a regular basis. And I know a lot of these things are coming, and I want a lot of the things to be integrated within the game itself. But there's also cool things that you can do with the community. You know that people are out there wanting to have like characters made of their likeness. And so doing something like this, I think would be really cool. Now, the flip side, and the reason that I'm bringing it up here in a video is because we could do that with the quarterly promo card, but we could also do it with like another proposal for Vouchers, for example, right? So we already have the Vouchers promo card, which I thought was really cool. I'm not saying that we need to do that every quarter, but you know, if somebody wanted to do it in like 6 months, or, you know, maybe we do it twice a year, maybe that is the community proposal where it's just like, and again, there would have to be some infrastructure obviously built up by the team for this, but that's why we put the proposal in. That escrow holding for vouchers ends up being there, and then we see what happens. Maybe we do it in October, right, or September, which is about 6 months from when it happened in March. So again, just an idea that I'm throwing out there. The cool thing about this though is we don't need the team necessarily to take this idea and run with it. The reason I bring up the Vouchers proposal is because we could build that into the next proposal. Say like, let's get another card. It's going to burn vouchers in the same way that Vouchers did. But it also is going to burn extra vouchers, right? I don't know how much people would be willing to spend, but you have a lot of groups of folks that are going to come in and be like, "Hey, donate your vouchers here, right? Let's get some kind of character as our group or as our guild put into the game." And so to me, that would just suck up a lot of vouchers off the market in the interim, and then as well as burning vouchers once the promotion is done. Like I said, sure, the vouchers will come back out afterwards, and people might look at that and be like, oh, well, I put in 20,000 vouchers and I didn't get it, so what am I going to do with all these vouchers now? Yeah, there could probably be some sell pressure there, and maybe people will pump and dump, but I really think that I'm just giving a basic idea out there right now. Feel free to tear this apart and see if we can come up with something better for the future. But if this catches on, I think it'd be really cool to do something for the community, from the community, and to build this out if we can't get it done with the team on a regular basis. But that's just a quick idea for burning more vouchers, playing on people's egos and their vanity, and hopefully, turning this into something where the game really becomes a reflection of the community and the people that are willing to do the most for the community by just burning a ton of vouchers. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll continue the conversation there. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.